Hey guys, how's it going? It's Nick from Blink Productions, and welcome to FPV Friday. So for everyone who's new here, FPV Friday is where I just give a bit of an update about my FPV journey. It's more of a personal project than anything, but here we go. So my FPV journey has sort of come to a standstill for the last few days because both my drones don't work. So I'm going to spend this day to get at least one of them up and going. So my normal drone, which I use with my GoPro, I crashed it, and for some reason one of the motors doesn't spin. I think it's an ESC problem, but the problem is I don't know which ESC this is, and in order to change it with another one, I've got to change them all. So I'm just holding off with that since I'm going to be getting the Nazgul 5 in a few days anyway. My priority for today is going to be this one. This is my other drone that doesn't fit a GoPro, but it's a lot cleaner. And I know the problem that's wrong with this one. So I crashed this one. I completely knocked off the capacitor on the back of it. So instead what I did is I put 4 capacitors on each arm, because I heard that apparently you can do that. Well, I don't think you can, because I put it on, I chucked in a battery, and 3 of them just went bang. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go to Jaycar, which is just like a local electronics store, and I'm going to chuck the same capacitor in the back of it where it was before. So we'll head off and see if we can find the capacitor. We're after a 680 microfarad, 25 volt, I think a 35 volt capacitor. So hopefully we can get our hands on that. So we're back at the table. I got my capacitor. The only thing they had was a 25 volt, 1000 microfarad capacitor, which means that I can only use 3S batteries with this drone, which is what I was doing anyway. I know it's not very powerful, but at least I can stay with what I'm doing and get it up in the air, hopefully today. So this is the only thing that needs to be tied on. So we'll pull this apart, chuck it on, and see how we go. Okay, as far as I can tell, we have set this up. The capacitor is now in place. It feels a little exposed, but either way, it's in. And I guess we're gonna take this thing out for a flight. Alrighty, so successful day. We have got this drone ready to go for the next sunny day. It's currently raining, so not today, unfortunately, but at least it's ready to go and all the parts are working fine. That looks a bit loose. But yep, we've attached the capacitor. So I tested it, it didn't blow up like the last capacitors. And I also did have a look through the goggles to see how much interference there was through the goggles, and there was a little bit. It wasn't too bad. I tested from different distances to make sure that it wasn't going to be unbearable when you get to significant distances. So I think it's ready to go. It's definitely flyable. We're gonna have to stick to 3S batteries, but that's okay. And yeah, so this has been my first capacitor change. It wasn't really that hard, as hard as I thought. Essentially what I did is just attach the capacitor to the positive and negative on the back of the flight controller, where the battery actually goes into the flight controller. Now all that's left to do, which I'll do after this video, is to actually tape down these ESCs to make sure they're not flying anywhere and make sure that they're protected. And that's essentially it for this video. This has been FPV Friday, and a rather successful one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.